What's up guys, in this video I'm gonna create a UK Garage idea with my latest sample pack called LÄMMERFYRs Mellow Garage Volume 1. Let's jump straight into the video and see what I can come up with. Let's go. Okay, so let's start by browsing some of the samples. Wow. That's pretty vibey. Also this one. So smooth. Okay, this one is really cool. So I'm like in a mood for creating something a little bit bouncy. So this one is 128 beats per minute and also labeled with the key. So I'm just gonna tweak this to the tempo of my project tempo, which is 134. And then also gonna put this to auto. So I have this. Like already really bouncy. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of side chaining. This, just a touch. I want to have some delay as well. Something like this. Okay, so let's see if we can find something else that we can cut up with some sample chopping. Maybe try this one actually. I think like the first hit actually is something with the key and tuning. So maybe this one will work here. Yeah. This one, I want this to be like a little bit more ambient, so I'm gonna add some reverb. Yeah. So I think for this idea, I'm gonna start with all of the melodic components and then I'm gonna build the drums and the bass. So let's see if we can find something really cool. Okay, so like this one is like kind of moody. And then I'm gonna use a trick that I use a lot. It goes to complex and beat shuffle. Because then you get like these small bits. Then it's a matter of like trying out stuff. Okay, so I found this sequence here. I'm just gonna duplicate this across. Also, I'm gonna assign this to a mixer track. And then I want to like remove some low end and high end information with an EQ. Something like this. And turn down the volume. So it's just gonna be something in the background just to add some flavor to the melodic loop that we're going to create now. Some side chaining. You know what? I'm in mood for some distortion. So I'm just gonna give this bad boy a try out. Decapitator from Sound Toys. It sounds a little bit more like lo-fi right now, and I think it's really, really cool. So let's try out some more stuff. Like this one is also really cool. I think there is like something at the end that's pretty cool. I'm gonna chop this one up at the end. Maybe also like this one. Okay, this could be like a, I guess like a reverb thing, like a sweep with a lot of reverb. Then I'm just gonna go crazy with some reverb. So crank up the wet, turn down the dry, up with the stereo, decay up as well, also the size, reduce some of the lower end, and maybe put it here as transition. Awesome stuff. Okay, we're gonna look for a little bit more sounds. think this one, I'm gonna try to see if I can use this for some, like a pad or something. But I want it to be like more choppy. So I'm just gonna have like maybe this part here playing. Go to sample, put it to generic mode, so you don't get like the clicks and pops at the end. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this across. Maybe try to turn up the pitch. Play a little bit around with the panning here. And again, I'm also going to assign this to the mixer track. And so I'm going to remove a little bit of the high end and also some of the low end. And I have a magic plugin for adding randomness. Some of you might have seen it in some of my previous videos. And Effectrix has a really cool button called Chaos, where you can just randomize stuff. So I'm just going to press it. I think this is really cool. So it's like a multi-effects unit that just adds a lot of different effect components. And by just pressing this chaos button, you get like instant ideas. I have another video about this plugin where I go a little bit more in depth, so you can check it out by clicking the link up here or up here. So let's move on. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find some fills. Let's see if this one works. Just gonna put it here at the end of this bar. Okay, this adds some like rhythmic randomness here. I'm just gonna fade it a little bit here at the end. Oh, I think I'm gonna assign this to the same as the other, this loop here. So we get like this washed effect with some reverb. It's time to add some bass. I like this one. Let's see if this works. Okay, that works perfectly. So I don't have to like rearrange anything. So what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of excitement to bassline. So I'm gonna split the band up because I just want to apply it like at the upper range of the frequency spectrum. It's just to like make the upper harmonics to pop out a little bit more. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna add, I saw that there is some stabs here, so let's see if... Okay, this one is so amazing. I'm just gonna assign this to mixer track as well, and then add a phaser. Okay, so I want to also add a little bit of texture in the background. And by the way, this is also a sample pack that I've done, and it's with some ambient noises from my holiday trip to the Canary Islands. And I could not help myself to do some recordings. So I found a lot of awesome textures that just adds vibes to my tracks. And you can also get them on the website. Okay, so this one is like, I think somebody is eating at a restaurant. To a mixer track as well. I'm gonna remove the low end, of course, because I don't want it to interfere with the bass. And then I'm gonna remove a lot of the high end because I want it to be tucked back in the mix. Like that. Turn down the volume a little bit. And then I want to use Shaper Box for some panning. And they have like some patterns here that you can use to create like some rhythmic effects with the panning. I'm gonna turn down the mix. Gonna set this to hertz instead of beat because then it's running freely like the LFO here. And then you can set the speed, I think, around here. Because now if you are on like good speakers or headphones, you can hear like the sound is moving from left to right. And maybe we can also actually add some side chaining here in the plugin as well. Turn down the mix a little bit. Like these textures are just adding some extra flavor. Okay, so I found this kick drum sound. And as you can hear, the bass line needs to be sidechained to the kick drum. So I'm going to the kick drum here, like in the FX track. I'm gonna sidechain this to the bass line. Then I'm gonna add a fruity limiter. Go to comp mode, set the sidechain input to kick drum. Turn on release, turn on sustain. Put the ratio to around here, and then down with the threshold according to how much sidechain you want to apply. Then I want to like turn up the kick drum a little bit. And one trick I sometimes use is adding a soft limiter, just to get it to be like a little bit more punchier. And sometimes you can actually also add a transient shaper to pull up the attack, like the click of the kick. So I think we're gonna add some claps. Oh, like this lo-fi one is so cool. Then we're gonna add some hi-hats as well. I think this one, standard one. Okay, let's duplicate it. Vibes. So goddamn amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have like a closed hi-hat just to do some rhythmic stuff. Quantize this so it gets like some swing. Okay, also maybe add a little bit of rim shots. Okay, this one is so amazing. Amazing, so bouncy. Also adding some MPC style quantization. I think I have like a perk here that's really cool. This one is so nice. Gonna put it here. Okay, I think the last thing we need is some vocal chops. So I found these vocal chops in Arcade. So I think we're just gonna play around and see what we come up with. See, there's like some small chops. Maybe this one should be here as well, and then layered with this one. Okay, and then assign it to the mixer track here. And then I'm gonna add some delay as well. And turn down the cutoff of the feedback. And then I want to also sidechain this one together with the kick and the bass line. Oh, sorry. Like this. To also play a little bit around with the EQ just to remove the low end. Also a little bit of top end. Okay guys, so this is what I came up with using some of the samples from my new sample pack. I hope this video inspired you to create your own UK garage style tracks using some of the techniques that I showed in this video. If you're interested in seeing some of the other sounds from the sample packs, you can go and browse it on my web shop. The link is in the description down below. If you liked the video, it would mean so much to me if you will smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. So I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.